It is Super Draco 380, and we're back with stage 26 of Build the Battleship Bismarck. Today we're going to be doing the forward part of the superstructure. So let's jump in. As we can see, we've got another piece of the superstructure, some wires, and some sprues of parts and a label for the wire, as well as a couple of PB screws. So first off, there's the screws, there's the label, the wire, the piece of the deck itself, and then the two sprues of details. And then we have this piece, and then we're just going to get rid of the plastic, and let's jump on in. So first and foremost, I'm just going to go ahead and get the screws open. We're going to use those later. So in the beginning, we've got these two slots here, and we're going to attach two rain hoods labeled D1 and D6 from the sprue. And both of those are going to obviously be on the port side. So we're going to, first and foremost, I got my sprue cutter, and we're going to carefully remove the parts, making sure not to cut off any tabs. And you can see me double checking after what happened the last time. So we're going to drop a little bit of glue into this slot here. And again, I'm doing this manually, but tweezers might make it easier for some. And there it is, and now I'm just going to straighten it up a little bit. And there we go, that's one rain hood in. Now D6 is going to go in this other hole. And as we've been doing, just drop some glue. And for this one, I'm actually using my tweezers because this one's small even by Bismarck standards. Now I apologize, that's going a little out of frame, but unfortunately I needed a view of that, and the best view was up above the camera because obviously the camera's right in front of me. And so with that installed, that'll be it for these two rain hoods. Next, we're going to fit a storage locker and a door. The storage locker is labeled D7 and the door is labeled D9. 7 and 9. And we're still working on the port side. So the storage locker is going to go on the frontmost slot right there. So we're just going to do the edges and then drop a little glue in the middle just to hold it in place. And with this, you want the hinges on the right and the handle on the left. So when you insert it, it should look something like this. And as you can see, I'm just verifying the fit. And now for the door labeled D9. Now this door is going to be the exact opposite. You want the hinges on the left and the handle on the right. And you can see the molded in hinge slots on the superstructure itself. So just like that, we're going to drop some glue in, make around the edges and then down the middle. And we just insert it. And now we've got the locker and the door done. Next, we're going to add this is listed as a storage unit and another door. So the door is labeled D4. I'm really questioning who's using this storage unit, considering it's mounted over a doorway, but whatever. So you can see the mount for the spot where the doorway is going to go. So we're going to drop some glue in there. And just like the other door, you want the hinges facing to the left. And then the storage unit has those two little arms, so we're going to drop some glue into the socket for that. Unfortunately, I'm getting a little off frame. And so that's going to fit in the big rectangle, and then the arms go into the smaller one, into the smaller holes. And there we go. So next we're going to go to the back of the port side and we're going to put yet another door in. This one is labeled D5. And so we're going to drop glue into the hole, and I'm getting a little out of frame again. I'm going to apologize. And just like the other two doors, your hinges are going to be on the left. There we go. All right, now we're going to flip over to the starboard side. And on the starboard side, first thing we're going to do is put door D3 at the rear, I guess the aft section. Now it's an almost mirror of the door on the port side, so we're going to mirror it. So now the hinges are going to be on the right. So we're going to drop some glue. And just drop the door in. And I'm just rubbing to make sure no glue leaked out. So then we're going to move up to the angled wall, and we've got another storage locker, D8, and another door, D10, that are going to fit in the angled section, mirroring what we did on the angled section on the port side. So we're going to drop some glue, and I'm getting lazy with my camera, so I'm going to have to work on that in the upcoming videos. So the storage locker will go on this side, and you want the hinges on the left. And then we're going to drop glue for the door, and as we can see, the door is molded with its hinges also on the right. Okay, next we're going to be fitting some fire hoses that are labeled E1 through E4. So we're going to need this superstructure, and the first two fire hoses are going to go there. So the one at the bow section is going to be E1, and the one at the stern is going to be E3. They're both on the port side, and with both of them, as we can see, they're pre-painted already, and we want that red piece facing to the right. So now we're on the starboard section, and we're going to drop some glue for the first fire hose on the starboard side. And just like on the port side, you want the red section pointing to the right. And then we're going to do the other one. So then we're going to fix this one next to that, what I think is an electrical junction box. And just like the others, you want the red on the right side. And once you get the direction right, it should just slip right in. And there we go. Alright, I think next we're going to be doing the side navigation lights. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to untie this LED. And then we've got a label that we're going to put at the bottom near the plug. The label is just, I believe, B5. So later on when we do the big circuit board, that we'll have an easy time of knowing what's what and what goes where. And there we go, that's B5. So then next we're going to bring this gray piece in, and we're going to drop the LED into that slot there. And the instructions show it with the black wire facing upward, so that's how I arranged it. I don't think it'll matter all that much anyway. So then we're going to take the superstructure, flip it upside down, and we're actually going to need our new piece, not the old piece. And then this is going to peg in near the top on the left-hand side. So I believe this is the starboard light. So we see a peg, and so the loop on the plastic piece is going to go over that peg, and we're going to screw that into place. And so now that that's in place, I'm going to get one of my screws, and we're going to really quickly screw this into place. And that'll be it for that. We'll be back for stage 27. Thanks for watching.